Hi, everyone. How is everybody doing? Are you guys able to see me, hear me? Let me know. Okay. Sorry for the delay, guys. I was trying out new things here. But I hope you guys can hear me. Let me know. Hi, Louise. Are you able to hear me, darling? I'm trying out some new sound things here. Oh, wonderful. Yay. Okay. So let's just settle into the space. We're going to jump in. Hi, Salome. We're going to jump into the healing right away. As soon as you guys come online. I hope you guys can find the stream. Yay. Hi, Sam. Okay, wonderful. So I'm so happy to be here with you guys again. I had a bit of moving everything, preparing everything. But I'm super excited. We're also going to start the Goddess program tomorrow. So I'm super excited about that too. And how's everybody feeling? How did you guys feel the new moon and the equinox? I know it was a bit hard. Some of us were like, with zero energy. So I'm already starting to channel. So they're saying that equinox gate was like the beginning of this portal, which we are going into now. Hi, Alicia. How's everybody doing? And it's like this accelerated transformation, they're saying. So if things are going up in the air in your life, moving places, having to face certain things, certain energies from the past. Yes, dear Sam, a lot is coming up, but of course, this is all to prepare us for what's coming. And there are better times coming. There is peace also to be found within that transformation. So for now, hi, Craig. How are you doing? So for now, it's more about like preparing and sort of like setting the foundation for this whole year, for now until December, or for now until, next spring equinox, depending on how you see the timings and the years. But like I have said before, for me, this is a lot about anchoring through the feminine energies and releasing, all those patterns of heaviness, of fear, control, manipulation, all those things that have been embedded not only in us as human beings, but also, within the earth grids. So as light workers, and most of you here are, we are working with the energies of the planet. So at a planetary scale, we're working with cosmic energies as well, because we're also cosmic beings. And we're working at our own particular, 3D life, human body. And we're working also in the integration of these aspects. So I know that nowadays it's like it's more popular, it's more welcome, especially here in the communities that we have created for people who are more into spirituality. But if we think about it really, it hasn't been that long since, people start to become more open to spirituality, to spiritual concepts, to going back to the old teachings, to embodying, and to also discerning through the teachings, which are the ones that we still feel as current for us, that are still important for us, and which ones were also harming us or perhaps enslaving us in a particular thought system or particular more like dogmatic system. So there's a lot that we're peeling off all the time, as you guys know. But this feels like, this moment in time feels like an opportunity to be reborn from those things that we have been peeling off, from those ashes. It's like a phoenix moment again, where we get to decide if we want to rise, if we are rising, if we are moving forward, even if sometimes we feel like we don't have the strength, or we have done this for far too long, or whatever it is. The more you go, deeper and deeper and deeper into yourself, the more you will find. There's no limit, and there's no like hitting like a period of non-activity. Like, life here is constantly changing. We're constantly evolving, we're constantly ascending. So changes will come, even if right now, if you feel like there's a moment of like emptiness or pause, know that this too will pass, and you will start to feel like the movement comes again, the momentum will be building again. Okay. Hi, Miss Tell. Hi, Karen. Hi, Sharanda. Where are you guys connecting from? Let me know in the chat so we can see where we all are. Let me see. Oh, yes, that's right, Craig. We're anchoring, and we have been anchoring so much of this. Everyone who is working with the Twin Flame template, or with templates of union, with your own union, we have been anchoring. And, the tougher it gets in a way in some periods, the more that we remain in that love, the more that we stand in our spiritual stability, basically in our peace, the more we're able to ground this fully, and the more we're able to also be an example for others, or an energetic example or model that they can follow too, if they choose to. So everything, of course, is divine choice. Everything is divine freedom. We can't force anyone to walk faster than they want to walk, or to evolve, or to ascend, or to heal, as you guys know. But sometimes there's something in us that says, oh my God, I'm going this way and I want to take everybody with me. But it's everybody who wants to go, they will go, and they will find the tools, and they will find the ways to make it. Okay. Of course, we can also help and be in service, and this is what we do, but in a way that is an offering, and that is an offering that can be taken, rather than, trying to convince people to do anything. I know all of you guys know this. Okay. Oh wow, we have Missouri, California, Ohio. Oh, that's amazing, Karen, that you're moving. Congrats. I just moved to, I think a lot of people are starting to be moved again to different places. Ohio, also Julie, Vancouver, Canada. Wonderful. Oh, thank you, Miss L. Thank you for your well wishes. So yeah, and this equinox gate was like huge cleanse again, like bringing out everything to the surface, and especially also for, everyone who is in relationship or working in that, like a lot of fears, a lot of just patterns, the patterns that have been there ingrained in us and that we're ready to release. So if fears came up and you felt fear, or you felt pain or sadness or tragedy or anger, they're all signs. It's all good. They're all signs that this is coming up to be seen, to be noticed, and to be released. And a lot of these feelings and emotions, especially, for example, anger, it is an emotion that in society or the way that we grow up, it's not so well seen in females, but also in males sometimes. So there's this invitation, I think, now through the energies of fire, the energies of areas that are coming in, to sort of like see where perhaps dimming down your emotions or controlling your emotions or your fears or your sadness or whatever, or suppressing them, wherever suppressing these emotions we're causing perhaps stagnation or depression or sadness. And maybe finding ways, creative ways or healthy ways to express this and to let it out and to let it, be gone from your body, from your vessel, return back to earth. Because nothing is wasted, in energy, everything can be recycled. So that's why I have been feeling to recommend for anyone who's feeling these things or feeling a lot of anxiety or intensity to work with the violet flame or with the principle of transmutation. So we can do this, of course, in a healing, an energetic healing session or environment, or you can do it through your healings and meditations, but you can also just do it whenever you are in that state of meditating, silent meditation. And then you can just ask to, be wrapped in this violet flame or in this violet ray, and allow that flame to just go through all of your system, all of your body, and transmute all of the old feelings and emotions that are in your body, that are stored there. And you can go through all of your energetic bodies if you know them. You can go especially into the pain body, or you can just let it go directly to your solar plexus, front and back, or just everywhere. Just say, kind of like as if it was a vacuum cleaner, and it starts to spin in your field, in your body, and it starts to release all of that dark, sort of like stony like energy, and it starts to transmute it, and then it brings it back. You can see it transform into gold, and then it takes it back to the ground, to the earth, and the earth absorbs it as unconditional love. So this is a way to transmute those old things that we have there. And you can practice doing that even if you're sad, or if you are feeling anxiety, or if you're feeling mad. It doesn't matter where you are. You can just, go within and start breathing and use this technique. And you can also say, allow this violet flame to safely transmute and transform all the emotions, feelings, sensations, energies that are ready to be released out of my body. Transmute everything that is pain into love, into unconditional love, and recycle all of these energies and transform them into blessings for Mother Earth, for the Divine Mother. And then you just see that release out of your body through your roots, through your grounding cord. Okay. And you can do this simple exercise in like 2 minutes, and you will feel the difference. But a key thing here is, I think, the more aware we become, the more we can work with what is going on within us. If I'm aware that I'm feeling in a certain way, if I'm aware that I'm having these thoughts, if I'm aware that I'm projecting certain things, then instead of going into the whole projection feeling and starting to see that ripple from the outside to the inside, you can say, okay, no, I'm going to stop. I'm going to go inside, and I'm going to clean this mess inside, and then I'll go back out there, and then I'll see how everything out there will be transformed as well. Okay. Yes, dear Alicia, it's been coming up, and I think it's a very good resource. It can also be just a ray, the violet ray, or if you work with any ascended masters of the violet ray, you can also invoke them if you like. For me, I try now to work with the most simple energies and the most, like the primary signatures of each thing. So you can work, with your guides directly. Oh, and this was also another message that I was getting in these days, to remind people and light workers to work with their guides, to work with their teams of help and support. Because when we go through these harsh periods, we feel like we're alone, or we feel like we have to deal with everything. But you can always ask for support from them. For me, I ask them for support for everything. I've told you guys before, but even if, I lose my keys, I don't know where they are, or I can't open a door, or even with the most silly, small things, I'm constantly, having that conversation. And whether it's something like that, or it's something big, I don't know, like an energetic surgery for someone who has a very advanced disease or something, it doesn't matter. And the same thing is with manifestation. Energy principles or energy laws work very differently than what we think, and they work differently than the material. So when you ask for something, for the universe or for God or for the energy, it doesn't matter if it's, something that has a huge price, or something that you consider huge, or to manifest something very, very small. You can manifest, for example, a hummingbird coming near you and, just being very close to you, or a butterfly sitting on your shoulder. Or you can manifest, a certain amount of money that you need, that perhaps it's very, very large. The butterfly, the amount of money is the same. It takes the same effort to create it. There's no, creation is ever expanding, ever unfolding, and it doesn't have any particular rules. There is no categorization of things. So if you say, oh, I want to manifest, a helicopter, I don't know, or I want to manifest a pencil, it's the same thing. So just starting to know that the things that block us from manifesting, or the things that keep us sometimes from going to a higher potential or a higher dimension, or even daring to dream or daring to be, most of the times those are our conditionings and our thoughts and our mind telling us, oh no, but why would you manifest a helicopter, or you're not able to manifest this, So it's always the programs, and sometimes also the worthiness, how worthy we feel of having a certain thing. And you may say, well, I feel worthy of having a pencil because it's very obvious. But if you say, well, do you feel worthy of having, a helicopter, or a delicious meal in a very whatever restaurant, or anything that you like, or going traveling somewhere, or going to a sacred temple, or having a year of vacation to work on your spirituality. I know these sound completely different, and in different scales and places, but they're actually the same. They're just energy. Mhm. Of course, sometimes it takes a little bit more amount of energy to master certain things, because those are our lessons. So for someone, it may be very easy to manifest a particular thing because they have less conditionings, less experiences perhaps in that. And for another person who already is conditioned, or already has expectations about manifesting that same thing, it will maybe take longer, or it will maybe seem like it's more complicated. But it's really not. It's really coming to the neutral place, where you see, if you can't be on the positive and the optimistic side, when you're creating something, you don't have to be. There's no rule that says that you have to be the best and highest vibrational energy to manifest. That's not true. I mean, I know it's something that many teachers say, and it's really good to increase, to work on increasing the vibration and everything, but also the way that we send, it's a gradual thing. And it also depends on how much energy we're able to hold in our bodies, how much our light bodies are growing, how much we're progressing spiritually. So of course, if you want the fast track, well, meditate every day as much as you can, become that vessel of that light. But even if you do that, even if you meditate 3 hours a day, there is a given capacity that you hold in your body that will only start to change and to increase over time. Because we are living in a place where there is a time, and our physical bodies, when they integrate that light energy, you may already have all the codes, all the downloads here, but your body is taking longer time to integrate all of that. That's why some people activate, for example, their light language really quickly. And then some people take a little bit longer. It depends on how we are, where we are energetically. Not physically, energetically, and how our physical body is integrating all of the spiritual energy that we're pouring into it. And that's why we also have to take care of our physical body. That's why when we come to a spiritual path, we start to experience a lot of these ascension symptoms, right? Or we start to experience pains in the body or sickness in the body. And this is all part of the physical body, making space, making room to receive the new energies, to receive the new templates, to receive the new structures with which it will start to work. So it's like upgrading your vessel, upgrading it, let's say, to a newer model. But then the more you work, the more you create newer models that are more efficient at that time. So the more you change into a different model and a different one and a different one. So that's why it's always, progressive, and it's also expansive. Oh, they want me. Oh yeah. This helps. Is that better? Are you guys able to hear me better now? Or is it the same? Yes, okay. Okay, good. Okay, wonderful. Good. Okay. So about the body, and there was a question from Jeff. Let me see. And I'm going to go into answering the questions that I received in the comments. And Jeff said, how can I connect with how do you get in contact with your guides? Okay, so your guides, the way that I see it, your guides are a part of you. Okay, so they are part of your energy. They are there since you're born. They're part of like your energetic entourage that you come with. You come with an aura, you come with different light bodies, you come with your guides. Okay. So your guides, like if you see yourself you know, we can talk about the little, like the Russian dolls, you know, that there's a little one, there's a bigger one, and then there's a bigger one. And it's like this, you know, you can always get a smaller one, but we're like the smallest in the human, if we see it in dimension. And then we have all of these other bodies. At a point up here, there are your guides. Okay, there's your higher soul, your higher self, your guides, and then you have like yourself as an ascended master, and then you have like, well, many different layers, but you come into the union with everything, right? So your guides are essentially a part of you, but they, in this dimension, they are also interacting with you through your thoughts. So some people call them like the adjusters of thought or something. What this means, it's not that they're like tweaking your thoughts or anything, but they are able to bring in ideas into your mind. They're able to bring in inspiration. They're able to guide you. They're able to, it's kind of like you receive a whisper, but it's not a physical whisper. It's like a suggestion in your mind. That's how you will see it. And it has a very neutral, very, it can even be a soothing energy to it. And it feels like you are talking to yourself, or your highest aspect is talking to yourself, like the voice of wisdom that is within you. Usually they are your guides. So the way to connect to them, for me, the easiest way to do that is just to go into meditation, you know, go into silence. You don't even have to be sitting or anything. You can be wherever and just close your eyes, breathe in deeply, and just call them in. And just ask them, dear guides, dear angels, your spirit guides, all of my teams of love and light who work with me, please, you know, open the lines of communication with me so that I can hear you more clearly, so that I can see you more clearly, so that I can know exactly when you are guiding me. And you can always ask them for help, because they cannot intervene and they cannot do anything for you unless you ask them. So that's why it's very important to ask them, you know, to tell them, hey, guides, how are you doing? You know, can you guys help me out with this? Or I'm going through this in my life. Can you help me out with this? And also, the more specific you are, the more you will see their effect in your life. Like, you can even ask them, you know, if you're having trouble resolving a particular thing at work, or a particular situation with a coworker or something, you can just tell them, guys, please come with me to work and be with me at work and help me heal this relationship at work, or help me bring light to this, or help me harmonize my workplace or my work relationships or my work relationship with this specific individual, or help me be more efficient for this task, bring me the knowledge, the input, everything that I need to be able to do this task very gracefully, very easily, and very effectively, you know. So that is a way you can just start to ask them, and they are natural helpers. So the more you ask them, the more they are, you know, they're super happy to come in and help you. You know, sometimes I have people who tell me, oh, but you know, I already asked my angel the other day, I already asked them for something. Like, why would I ask them again? Or maybe I'm asking too much or something. And it's the same thing about energy. There is never too much. And for any guide of yours that is working through, you know, a different dimension, for them, anything that happens here is like they have such power and magic and capacity to transform things in, you know, in no time, which for us it's like instantly. So you can always ask them, you know, and they're always happy to help you. So I would try that out, you know, and then the more you talk to them, the more you ask them for things, or it's not just about asking, but it's more like allowing yourself to be guided by them and by their higher wisdom, which is your higher wisdom. So it's establishing that connection with God, because in the end, you can also say, you can also go directly and ask God. The guides are like in the like intermediary position. I don't know if that's a word in English. I hope it is. But you can also go to spirit, to the great spirit, or to the universe, or if you feel more seen or held by working with your guides, you can work with your guides. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you so much. Thank you. So most of us also, when we're little, I talked about this a little bit in the last slide, we see our guides, or we have a very deep interaction with our guides when we are children, since we're babies. Even when we're in the womb, we are already seeing them, and then up until, I don't know, 7, 8, sometimes for some it goes even further if they don't have any, like contradictory experience, or parents who tell them, oh, what, like you're crazy, who are you talking to, things like that. Usually when that happens, then we sort of like turn it off, or we consciously say, hey guys, like I'm not going to talk to you guys anymore because people think I'm crazy here, so I'll just leave it for later. But then that later doesn't come until we start to awaken again in the spiritual path, when we start to see beyond the physical again. When we're little, we are naturally attuned to do this, just like animals too. Animals are able to see and perceive beyond the physical. They're able to see spirits, they're able to communicate telepathically. Children who have disabilities, especially if there was anything mental, where the right side of the brain was more developed than the left side, they also have like incredible visions and interactions with everything that is beyond the veil, beyond what we see in like 3D reality. And the more you embody your spirituality, the more you embody and grow in your spiritual connection, the more these veils start to crumble, and they start to disappear. And then you start to see like what people say, glitches in the matrix. But it's not really a glitch, it's actually you perceiving reality more accurately, progressively. So that's why healers, spiritual beings, or people who, for example, who talk to people who have crossed or have gone to another dimension, which here is like they have died, passed away, we're able to communicate with that energy the same as we're able to communicate with an energy that is here. There's no separation. So that's a very important thing to know, that the more you go inward and the more you establish your spiritual connection, if you want it and you allow it and you're ready for it, you will start to see more and more beyond the veil. Mm-hmm. And this doesn't mean that, that we become delusional, or we start to, tell crazy stuff just because. It's not like that. It's something that happens very organically, and in a way that you feel safe and you feel protected. For me, for example, when I was little, I used to see and feel and experience, spirits, people who were in other dimensions. And I didn't like that one bit. I was scared to death, really. And, I told God, like, since that moment, I was like, God, I'm going to do anything you want. I can be a healer. I can do anything you want me to do to help the planet, to help here. But please just don't make me work with spirits. Please don't, because they really, really scare me. And, this took a while, even when I already like started serving and started working as a healer. hi, Macron, and started working as a healer and everything, I was still saying like send me anything, God, I'm here, I'm an instrument of your peace, I'm an instrument of your healing, but please just, I don't want to work with the spirits. There was still this fear, there was still this like residual like energy from my childhood, from those experiences that I had, which were a bit traumatic because I was too little, I was like perhaps like 5, 6, 7 years old, and there was no one there to explain to me what was happening. And I also saw some spirits that weren't really nice, and they were, like basically terrifying me. So I was like, okay, I know that there are also good spirits and spirits who are more mischievous, but I don't want to experience any of that realm. And I disconnected from that a long time. And then, as it happens, when we continue in our healing, in our spiritual path, one day suddenly I was like, okay, like I think there's like I don't have that fear anymore. I think I sort of like released it or outgrew it, because of course the more we go in the spiritual path, the more we develop tools, understanding, knowledge, but we also integrate our experiences. So there was a point where I felt like I had digested those experiences from childhood, and I felt safe enough in my own being in the present moment to be able to open that door again. Not going from 0 to 100, but just progressively, just being like, okay, God, like if you need me to work sometimes with spirits, or if you need me to do something, I'm here. So I basically have started to channel messages for the loved ones of people who are in other dimensions, who have passed on. And it usually happens spontaneously with a family of mine or friends of mine. If they, just went through that, or they lost someone, then I feel like if they start talking to me, I feel the presence immediately. And then I ask them, do you want me to say anything to them? And then they say yes, no. And then if they say yes, then I say, okay, like I'm okay, let me know what you want me to tell them. And then I just translate the message. And it's not scary anymore. It's not, it doesn't have all of those connotations and all of that coloring or flavor that I put on it when I was a little girl. So now it's just neutral, and from that neutrality, I can actually, assist if I'm needed to assist. And also, as a friend of mine just reminded me, also if I'm open in that moment to assist, because sometimes they may come in and you're also doing your regular stuff, and sometimes you can help, and sometimes maybe you can't. For me, it has happened not so many times, so I've always been able to respond. But for her, for example, this friend of mine, she has always been also a healer. We learned together since we were little, but she's also been a very strong medium since she was little. So she basically like started saying to the spirits like, guys, I'm not available right now because it was too much and too many and all the time. So she had to put her boundaries as well, which is what happens to every healer. We have to have our energetic boundaries so we can take care of our energy, and then we can be of service. If we do too much or overextend ourselves too much, don't take care of our energy, then we end up, exhausted, tired, and not really being able to help anybody, right? So, oh, thank you. Oh my God. Hi, James. Okay. So yeah, just talking to them, to your guides, and connecting to them every time you can, every moment of your day. Be in your cab, you can be drinking your morning coffee, when you go jogging, you can just talk to them and allow for the feedback, or allow them to send you messages, or allow them to be so clear that you're not able to miss their communications, okay? And they know you the best because they're a part of you, so they know how to reach you. If you ask them to reach you, they will use all the tools they have because they know you so well to reach you, okay? So it's more on your side. Do I want to call them in? Do I want to let them in my life? Do I want the support and the help that they're meant to give to me? If you say yes and you open to them, then you will receive a lot of support. For me, even when I'm doing like more technical stuff, this thing just turned off. And I was like, okay. But when I'm doing things intuitively that I have no idea what I'm doing, I just ask them, dear angels, please just tell me what I need to do. Just give me the instructions. You know exactly how this works. And then I just know in that moment, or even to find lost items, or even to go deeper in your meditations, or even to know, for example, if you're lacking in any vitamins for your body, or what type of food would be better for you. And that's partly your guides, and also, of course, your like the nature spirit of your body, the elementals of your body. But you can always ask, and even if you ask your guides, they will create that communication with your body, and they know what you need. Or even if you're looking for a new spiritual book to read, you can ask them, like, show me which one is the one that I'm supposed to read right now. And then you just have like these guides, really teachers. You can even ask for specific teams of angels for a specific task that you have, or to assist a specific person, or to assist a specific project of yours. When I started with, doing the YouTube and everything, I was like, please guides, like bring me a very tech savvy spiritual guides so I can, do everything, and it's easy and it's seamless, and I can put my work out there, and I can put the healings and the teachings out there as fast as possible. And then I started to develop those tools, but I was blank when I started. Now, of course, we learn as we go, but it's always good to have that extra support if you're needing it, and also just to feel supported. Because so many times as light workers, we feel like, the ship abandoned us here, and we're left in this earth, alone to handle everything, and to handle ourselves, and to help the world. And this is, of course, a layer of the human, but we're always connected. We're always one with Source. We're always one with God. We're always divine. So we have so much more potential than what the system tells us that we have, or indoctrinates us to think of ourselves. It trains us to be limited beings, fearful beings, dependent beings, codependent beings, into all of these different aspects. But when you awaken as a soul, you start to see that you're not bound by anything, not even abundance, not even money, not even any kind of systems that you opt in. You can always opt out, or you can always be there in a way that is not harming you, or enslaving you, or compromising who you are as a soul. Mm-hmm. And this is different for all of us. We all have our own specific battles and our own specific challenges and trials, but know that you can overcome them, and you can be free. If your intention is to be free, to be more spiritually advanced, to help other souls, to be of service, whatever it is, you can always ask for it and continue to grow and strive towards that. Mm-hmm. And focus your energy in that direction, and let all the other things, be taken care of, or allow them to change, to transform. Mm-hmm. And they will. I remember for me, there was a time where I felt very like, you know, when there's this time where your parents are like, oh, you have to be doing this or doing that and getting this insurance and getting that. And there was something in me that was like, I don't know, you know, and I'm not saying anything to anyone about, you know, getting or not getting insurance. It's just an example. But for me, there were some things that just didn't resonate in the way that everything was created. So I decided to just walk my own path. And I remember my parents would say, like, well, if you do that, you're responsible for that. And I was like, of course I am. That's why I'm going that path, because I am responsible of myself. So the more responsible we become for our own growth, our spiritual growth, our spiritual development, spiritual evolution, all areas of our lives will start to develop as well. And the more we take the responsibility of what we do wholeheartedly, completely, then we can completely unravel ourselves from whatever, you know, we were perhaps being grabbed by, or whatever was in the way, or whatever was not authentic to us. And it's not always an easy path. And I know, because everybody will tell you, don't do it, it's dangerous, don't go there, you know. But how many times have you done that? Have you gone the other way? Have you gone where your heart was calling you, where your soul was calling you, and you have found blessings after that, you know, bridge that you had to cross perhaps? For me, it has been all the time. I think, you know, that's why I also called my program for healers and light workers Brave, because for me, being brave in decisions, in, you know, walking the unseen path, or, you know, going the other way, doing things my way, you know, but my way, not from just from the human perspective, but from the soul. Many times my human was fighting my soul. My human was like, no, that's too scary, that's too hard, that's crazy. Like, what? You know, because there were also all these programs, and my soul was like, we're doing this. And I was like, okay, I'm on the path. I learned, I surrendered to my soul. And I did. And every time I did it, I never, you know, I never fell on my face. I never regretted those decisions. I never, on the contrary, I always felt like I landed on a soft ground, that I landed kind of like in God's hand in a way. And I was amazed even by the things that I could discover after taking that jump or that leap. And you know, in everything in life, because of the system, it takes courage to be yourself. It takes courage to speak the truth. It takes courage to speak about your feelings. It takes courage to be vulnerable. It takes courage to, you know, do amazing things, do things that you never thought possible, to go beyond your own limitations, to go beyond your fears, to go beyond your environment, beyond your family, beyond your even, you know, your karma. Like, sometimes we can do incredible things that, you know, can sort of like help part of our negative karma balance out when we take that leap, when we do something incredible for someone else, or when we are in full service of something or of someone. You know, for example, even, I don't know if you guys do that, but what's coming is like people who help animals, you know, who adopt animals, or who help rehabilitate animals, just because they found, you know, a cat or a dog or whatever animal, you know, even doing that, you know, even taking care of something that is just boom, put on your path, you know, like even doing something to help that being in that moment where it's happening in the present, it takes courage. Not everybody does that. There are many people who can walk by an injured animal, or an injured person, or an injured place, even energetically, or whatever it is. And there are people who see that and they stop and they're like,
okay, that animal, that person, that whatever is needing something, and I can offer that. Let me do that. Let me do that now, you know? And for me, that, you know, it takes courage because you're doing something that is not the norm. It's not the norm, sadly, in a way, in our society. Now, I hope and I pray that it's becoming more of the norm, that we actually, you know, take time to see things, to see people, to witness what's happening within us first, of course, because we need to do that to be able to witness what's happening around us. And all of you are very sensitive, so I'm sure you guys have done this perhaps many times, but it takes courage. I started to help a lot of animals when I came back from living in Germany because they just fell literally, and most of them were wild animals. So it was also a bit scary because I didn't even know, you know, what they ate or what I was supposed to do. I don't know, I had like a wild baby owl. I don't know if it's called owl, but it's like this very rare species, and it was drowning, and I took it, and then I was drying it, you know, because it hadn't slept overnight, and it was a baby, and it was just learning to fly, and it fell in a thing with water, so it was like freezing. And then I took it into and put it into a small like bird cage that I had, so it wouldn't go, and I started feeding him. I called a friend who was a biologist who told me what to give him to eat and things like that. But as I was doing this, I was at my parents' house, and my parents were like, "What are you doing? Like, you're crazy. What are you going to do with that owl?" Like, you know, everybody was like, "No, don't do anything." And my soul was like, "No, like I have to help him. Like he's asking me for help. I'm just going to help him. And then when he's better, I'm going to set him free." And then I was there, was painting. He was there with me. He ate, he drank water, then he fell asleep. And then at night he started to fly like crazy. And then I just put him on the tree, and then he flew away. And I also heard that the mother was still nearby. So I think, you know, he went back to his mother. But I've done this so many times, you know, in my family. My family thinks that I'm crazy. And it happened again recently. And the first reaction that I got from the people were like, "Oh, there she is again with the animals, saving animals." And I just started to laugh because I found it very funny in a way, just because the ways that we perceive things are so different. And what for me was something, you know, maybe important, or maybe just something that I felt like a thing that I can do and I can offer as service to these little beings. For others, it was like a completely crazy thing to do. So I always say, like, don't be afraid to be crazy. Don't be afraid to be the weird one. Don't be afraid to be the different one. Don't be afraid to be, you know, whatever you need to be in the eyes of others. It doesn't matter that they understand. It matters that you understand why you are doing it. And then after, many times you will see or you will hear that people actually can learn something from that, or maybe they become more sensitive, you know, or maybe they just see it as an example of something. I have had that happen, you know, or then hearing my mother once telling the story of the owl, and she told it very differently than how it actually was in a way, you know, it was like, "Oh, and she did that." Like I was being portrayed as a hero, when first of all, I wasn't. I was clueless. But the second thing was that in somewhere in that phase of taking care of this, like she or the people who are around me started to see it as something that they have value, you know. If this person is willing to go out of their own way or going all the way to do something for these little creatures, then maybe there is something of value in doing that, or reacting that way, or in helping, when the same thing happens to you. So, just to say that, don't be afraid to be different, to be courageous, and to do what no one does, and to be yourself, and to follow your soul, your intuition, your guidance. And if it's taking you somewhere that is unknown, somewhere that it's far away, somewhere that is perhaps the most unimaginable place that you ever thought you would end up going to or being called to, or the person that was the most unimaginable or completely different, if your soul's calling you, just follow it, and it will always lead you. Like, the more you're in touch with your higher knowledge, with your intuition, just with your soul, with your heart, the more you learn to follow it, and the more you do, the more you have the proof that, yes, it was a good thing to do it. So then you start building and building and building the proof that it was good to listen to your heart. Because it may happen sometimes that because of trauma or previous experiences, or experiences from when we were little or younger, when we didn't really have as much connection and as much, like, our navigation system wasn't as ripe as it is now, especially also spiritually, because we need to have a certain development to understand spirituality, and to understand how, the workings of even of the energy world are. So if we had certain experiences where we said, oh, but I followed my heart there and I was heartbroken, or I followed my heart there and I was disappointed, or I followed my heart there and, I ended up being with a crazy person. That has happened to all of us, okay? Like, we have had all sorts of experiences, but it doesn't undermine your intuition, and it doesn't undermine your capacity to follow your heart. It's more like that you needed those experiences to develop, and to grow and to build that emotional and spiritual maturity, so that you can now, take more informed decisions, perhaps more accurate and more precise decisions. But it doesn't mean that you were wrong before. Actually, you were always right, because you were meant to learn those lessons. You were meant to experience that. And what we can do now is just take that baggage of the old heartbreak, of the old trauma, of the PTSD, of the anxiety, whatever it caused. We can work on healing that, releasing that, and then we can build our strength, build our confidence, build our self-worth, build our inner communication with our higher self, with our voice, with our angelic self. And the more you are there, the more secure and safe you will feel in this earth. Okay? I hope this helps, guys. Whatever promises, I helped feed a bird family. There were more than 3 babies. And so I fed them all, and other birds, chirped pigeons and water so they could feed more constantly. Oh, that's so sweet. I love birds too. Okay. Hi, Bree. Hi, Celeste. Oh, thank you. Okay, guys. So let me see. Let's go into the healing. Okay, the collective healing, and then I'll do the mini healings for actually, let me see. Should I do the mini healings? Because maybe they are pertinent to everybody. Okay, guys, if you can let me know in the chat if Elisa is here, and we have Jessie, we have Celia. Let me know if you guys are here in the chat, and then we can start with the mini healings, or else I will do the collective healing and then we go to the mini healings. Okay. For those of you who don't know, the mini healings are just brief healings that I do here. I connect your energy and I bring in healings specifically for you. They are like $40 donation, And you can do the donation when I announce the Ask Lana or whenever, and then I do the healings. For today, we already have the spots covered, but I will do, for Alicia and Bree, if you guys want, I can put you on the list for next one, and then we'll do that. Okay. Okay, so Jesse's here. Yay. Okay, we can start with Jesse. Okay, and for everybody in the chat, you guys can receive, most of the times it's very, it can be pertinent to you, to your healing. Sometimes it's just like topics that we all need at the time. So you can also just open to receive the healing and wherever it pertains to you specifically. Okay. Okay, and also if you ever need a personal healing with me, I think I have some spots now. And you can do that. And for anyone who wants to join the program of the goddess, could be today, and today is the last day, but if anyone feels called, I have to put it out there. Okay. So Jessie, do you want to tell me a little bit if there's anything specific you want me to work with you, or should I just go intuitively? Okay, I'm connecting to your energy. Also, if you guys can, please drink some water before we go into the collective healing. That would be very good. Okay. So drink. Okay, so let me just start with Jessie. Okay, so just breathe in deeply. So we're going to start clearing through the mind. I feel like there's a lot of energies of like heaviness, of like needing to make a decision. Feels like your world is splitting in two. I feel like there's this like crossroad. I don't know if it's professionally, but what they're saying is about these two paths. There's one that is going to be more like prevalent or permanent in your life in these next years. I see until 10 years. But the other thing, you can also develop it parallelly. Like you don't have to choose one or the other if you don't want. You can also sort of like one will take a little bit more space and the other one a little bit less, but you can still do that other part. Because both seem like good paths for your heart, for your soul. And we're just going to clear from the mind any clouds, any lack of clarity. Opening through the crown, through this beautiful blue light. You're starting to receive this light into your spine, all the way down to Mother Earth. Cleansing your field, cleansing your body. You're cleansing the left and right hemispheres of the brain, cleansing the frontal cortex, cleansing the ears. Clearing any, you're saying like residual, they're like sort of like reptilian cells or energy. They're just like old codes from the mind. Nothing to be afraid of, just like dust being removed, cleansed. And also decoding any and all energies that were preventing you from tapping into your abundance, into your divine gifts. Clearing all of these energies of lack of security, lack of support, clearing through the base of the spine. They bring this beautiful ruby red energy there. And green, bring the new green, emerald, starting to ground into Mother Earth. Again, clearing all of these grids of, feels like just like survival, even like old, like poverty, if there was ever any poverty through the family line and through the place where you're in. I also see like this past life in Europe. And releasing any tears, any pains through the eyes, any feelings of unworthiness. And they're saying you are capable of doing this. You are able to create this. You are able to thrive. And clearing all responsibility off your shoulders that is not yours. All energetic responsibility that you took for other people, places, things, family members, partners, very good. Lifting this like dark violet layer of energy, sending it all the way to the sun, clearing all inorganic patterns. And also saying to clear any inorganic history, these stories that we tell ourselves, clearing all of the pain, sorrow, victimhood or victim mentality. And clearing through the front of the heart. Ooh. Okay, bring golden light. Continue to transform, clearing to seal. Balancing, stabilizing. It's done this time. So it is. Very good. Let me know how you feel, Jessie, after that. Yes, Michelle, cleanse. Okay, so we're going to go into the collective healing. So let me know if Elisa or Zelia are here, and I'll do your mini healings, okay? Good. So if you want, you can lay down or sit down. If you lay down, I think it will be better. Okay. Now you can just close your eyes. Hi, Rajesh. Thank you. So honored. I will also be starting to do more healings here. I am trying to sort of like build something that allows me to do some recordings here without so much noise, because you can hear everything where I am now. But yeah, my purpose is to start to do regularly more healings on YouTube, to post them maybe once a week. So we're, more like in the way that it was a bit in the beginning. And I will try to make more space for that. Okay. Just preparing and also getting myself tech savvy enough to do it. Oh, wonderful, Jessie. Yes, I felt it too, like, and you may feel it continue to lift up your shoulders and your arms. Maybe you can even say, just like extend your arms and be like, I'm free. I am powerful. I am amazing. I receive, being open to receive with your arms. Okay. Good. Okay. So let's go into the collective healing. Okay. So just take a deep breath in. One more time. Deep breath in. Oh. Five Indian songs in I found a day shami. Like in holy day, the bonus, spell, the And we're starting to open up to the divine masculine. Sha, that it, si, eka, eka, sheda, eka, eka. Starting to receive this beautiful waterfall through your crown, going all the way down to your feet, into Mother Earth. As if you're standing in this beautiful, natural place. You're just being cleansed by this beautiful light, liquid light. And you can see a beautiful lotus flower opening at the base of your feet, and a beautiful white lotus flower opening at your crown. So we're going to start spinning your fields counterclockwise, starting to accelerate through the divine light of God, through divine alchemy. You can see the golden Vesica Pisces. So starting to accelerate through the fields of union. I feel like this is like a great advancement coming from the divine masculine, sort of like a catching up energy. Just bringing a lot of power in, a lot of cleansing, but also a lot of hope through the right side of your field, of your body. And I can see this like, it's like this minty tone, like blue, green, but pastel. And this is starting to refresh, to stabilize all of the, it's like the voice of the divine masculine, the throat, Shanta Sai Ka Amne, the lungs, Amse, Yasam, Se, establishing and running this golden alchemy through the spine of the divine masculine. Also repairing all of the connections from the heart to the high heart, to the throat, to the mind, to the crown. And we can see the divine mothers I'm seeing especially Lakshmi coming in this beautiful pink lotus flower, placing this pink lotus flower at the heart of the divine masculine. And it's just starting to heal, to cleanse, especially to heal all of the broken heartedness, the heart, the emotional responses, the emotional triggers. Starting to open the heart to regulate through the crown and to allow all of the excessive emotions, lower emotions, negative emotions to just be filtered out, be released through the solar plexus, through all of the lower chakras, just being drawn down into the beautiful core of Mother Earth, into the sacred fire to be transformed, transmuted, to be transformed into blessings for the Divine Mother, Shandasa, Shaitya, Santayi, and into blessings for the Divine Feminine. They're saying, Shaitama Satanami Kyata Taisa Adinike Eke Vasaitai Kai. I going to start to clear through the Divine Feminine, especially through her arms, her hands. They're bringing golden light into the hands. And it's like there was this fist and it starts to open, just like this lotus flower starts to open at the heart of the Divine Masculine. The hands of the Divine Feminine start to open to receive all of this divine healing light, all the spiritual knowledge and wisdom, all of the divine healing light, and the activation of your self-healing capacities through the Divine Feminine side. Activating the template of the healer, of the medicine woman, of the medicine man. Sha of the Wikiato Tem Ade Neum Oidims I Kuyam Shao Sai Sai. And they're clearing, activating the violet flame, or violet ray all around you, around your whole field, to start absorbing any energies that may come out, any old emotions, feelings, sensations, any old energies. They're just being absorbed, transmuted by this beautiful sacred violet fire. Sha Sai Ka Tinkyata Sunny Sha Tis 8 Ankolita. They're also clearing the space where you are. Shanti Sieta Muset Oni Devga Musini. Within your beautiful cosmic sphere of light, Shanti. Within your boundaries and seals and shields. And they're bringing this beautiful pearl white energy in between the feminine and masculine and into their hearts. It's like they kind of look like pearls or like bubbles of this pearl white light. And they're very, very soft, just coming in into the heart, into the whole central channel, going into the nervous system to start appeasing, calming, soothing, and clearing out any density, any excessive charge, any accelerated rhythms, energies. Just bring back everything back to its original design, to its original tempo, biologically, at a particle level, at a cosmic and quantum level. And they're going into the cell. Start bringing this pearl white light with blue. It has light blue. It also has like sapphire blue, has green and gold and violet for some of you, electric violet, silver, shawn, say, shawn, say, ide, kuita, yesai, sa, shotu, ide, ikiase. They're saying opening the divine doors through the physical biology, opening the gates through the tiniest particle, opening the gates of infinity, accessing through these beautiful, for your organic codes of light, reestablishing them, actualizing, bringing you shields of light, of protection, and especially bringing in this beautiful divine healing alchemy, sacred geometries. We're saying alchemical codes through the blood, but also through the intercellular tissue, through the water. Bring this energy of divine love and divine union into the space between the cells, into the cells. Into the brain, into all axes, all levels, layers of the mind, subconscious, unconscious, conscious, beyond, into the superhuman brain and mind capacity. Sare, sare, da, da. Opening up your hands and your arms energetically, divine feminine, divine masculine. I'm just starting to join this beautiful embrace with the light, with yourself, with the beloved, with your counterpart, Dhamma. Activating an infinity symbol between both hearts, the human hearts, clearing all of the emotional turmoil, clearing all of the anomalies in the rhythm of the heart, Shantasa, physical heart, Nekya, enveloping the heart in this beautiful pink light, and it's also like this coral red tone, Mani, Sao, Shao, Seito, Sao, Sheto, and pink and violet layers, translucent light energy, Baba Sam, Sesha, to say, and expanding this energy into the throat, to the third eye, the eyes, the crown, allowing it to expand way beyond your body, way beyond the place where you are, all the way to your field. Looks like a blooming of flowers, this rippling effect of love, of peace, of soothing energy, of healing, of allowance and receptivity, aligning the divine feminine and the divine masculine structures, allowing these structures to start synchronizing with these selves through the lunar and the solar, through the gold and the blue. And they're saying through the 0 and the 1. I'm starting to transform all of your field, all of the field of creation through your individual perspective. And they're starting to bring all of these beautiful high angelic energies through the pure white to solidify all of these light structures within you, to help you solidify your trust, your faith, your divine intuition, your divine knowledge, your communication to your guides, to your angels, to your teams of love and light, to the divine mother, to the divine father, spirit, Sam, Sisham, Irim, Irim. Just receiving all the miracles, blessing, receiving all the abundance, saying the fountain of joy, receiving the fountain of healing, freedom, just restoring your individual self through divine union, and seeing your counterpart being restored, seeing the feminine and masculine being nurtured, supported, being lifted, uplifted, starting to see into the light, to a common vision, to a common, using community of union, commonality, common something. Starting to see through the one perspective. And they're showing me the Vesica Pisces again, the symbol. I'm just starting to see through that combined perspective. Love, healing, support. Knowing that you don't have to do this alone. You're always supported. You're always nurtured. You're always found. You're always met by the light, no matter where you are. Same, so say both of you, Shasa, all of you. And just bring all of this into this beautiful, looks like a divine bud, like the bud of a white flower, a white rose. And this is just like protecting you, shielding you like a sphere of light. You're in this cocoon. And just downloading for each of you all of the healing, the nurturance, knowing anything else. We're going to ask all of your guides, angels, your teams of love and light to support you in receiving everything that you're meant to receive. And every time you listen to this recording, and that you release everything that you're meant to release. And every time you listen to this recording, you continue with this process deeper and deeper. Okay, we're going to release any excess energy, which is going to bless the earth, Blessing all of your loved ones, your family members, your beloveds, your pets, your friends, your soul group, your extended soul group, your monad and beyond. And I bless everybody with love, with peace, with contentment, with happiness, with trust, with faith, with spiritual development, with miraculous healing, energy, lots of support, lots of divine support, with lots of abundance and financial freedom, lots and lots of physical, energetic, emotional support, the proper tools to develop and to grow, be nurtured for their highest good, for their highest potential, through and in the divine plan of God. So say, Kita, Kai, I am blessing all of the realms, all of the beings throughout all of the realms, blessing every person, every being, blessing all of the crystal kingdom, of the animal kingdom, blessing the cellular, the, from the smallest to the greatest, all systems of nature, all systems that coexist in our current realities, blessing all beings with divine love, divine safety, divine protection, with food, with shelter, with peace, with happiness, with joy, with healing, with hope and faith for a better day, for a better tomorrow, for a better future, faith in themselves, lots of love. May everyone, every person, every being be blessed. Now, and we thank you. We thank all of your angels, your guides, all of the holy angels, all the holy masters that were here, that were present, all of my guides, all my spiritual teachers. Thank you all. Thank you, Divine Father, Mother, Divine Child. Thank you, all of the energies for being here, for allowing us to do and receive this healing. Bless, give and receive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All in divine order and divine time, all through the divine. It's done, it is done, it is done. And so it is. Breathing in deeply. And you can stay there as long as necessary. Go to sleep, or you can slowly come back to your body. Maybe stretch, drink some water. Breathing in deeply and grounding into Mother Earth, into your physical body. Perhaps giving yourself a hug, your back. Holding yourself, loving yourself. Let me know how you guys are doing. Okay. I will do the healing for the mini healings. It's like nap time in kindergarten. Oh, I'm so happy, Sam. Thank you so much. And all the blessings for you and your family too. Thank you. I love you guys. Sending much love. I'm going to go into the mini healings. Whoever wants to stay, you can stay. If you want to leave, you can leave. Just be here a little bit more. Yes, Urvakan. Nice. Things can only get better from here. Yes. Remember to breathe in deeply, drink lots of water so you release more rapidly. You got his journey. And for all my divine feminines who are in their goddess program, I will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Okay. Oh, it's so bad. Miss L. Don't give up, guys. Don't worry. If we have storms or whatever, we can navigate through it, okay? And I'm always here. You can always write to me, especially also on Instagram. I reply to everybody. So, keep me updated, always in your comments or whatever. You can always let me know if you need something. Also, if you have suggestions for the healings and everything, let me know, okay? You're so welcome. Oh, hi, Emmers. Triple Emmers. Okay, so I will do the mini healing for, let me see, for Elisa now. If anyone wants to stay and receive, you're also welcome to stay and receive. Okay, just going to tune into Elisa. Okay, so you can just start breathing in deeply. And we're going to start to remove, opening up your central channel to the golden light. And starting to remove these look like heavy blocks, like densities through the lower body to through the legs and also some attached to the rib cage, but especially the legs and the hips. Starting to spin your field counterclockwise, activating golden flame at the heart. And activating another golden flame at the third eye. And starting to realign the physical body. Releasing all of the trauma, shock, all of the heaviness, all of the pain. This is also releasing like any energy of anesthesia, any heavy metals from the body. Disintegrating all of these inorganic energies. They look like cubes of this green, dark green energy. I'm bringing in this beautiful light blue tone, which is dissipating these energies. Bring this light blue tone to all of your muscles, all of the systems of your body, especially the nervous system, the brain, the mind. Also clearing any out-of-body experiences. And retrieving all parts of you, all parts of your soul now. Bring them back into your body, into your divine line. Very good. And starting to ground, to create better grounding cords and grounding fields. upgrading and updating all of the planes and systems in which you were connecting to Earth and grounding on Earth. And establishing new connections with your families of light. Establishing this beautiful, loving communication with your cosmic families, with the stars. Starting to receive more support from the beyond. Breathing in as you expand. You're starting to receive, it's like this blessing from the energy of it's like the original moon, blessing all of your cycles, all of your times, and also your womb space, your creative space, your creative being. I'm starting to become that beautiful butterfly that is ready to fly for the first time. Receiving lots of violet energy into your field to cleanse and to release all of the past and all of the whatever is stopping you from the past. And they're saying rewriting your story. You're saying, I am rewriting my own story. I'm becoming this beautiful hero of a story. I see this lion, and they're bringing this lion energy into the heart. Through white and gold. Very good. Centering through your heart, through your crown. And continuing to release. Rebalancing, stabilizing. Expanding. Expanding your capacity. It is done, it is done, it is done. And so it is. I thank you, Mystic Rose, for your donation. Okay, just sealing. Elisa. Hi, Lorraine. Julie. Oh, dear Mystic Rose. I will do another Ask Lana next week. And if you want, let me know and I'll put you on the list, because for today I'm already like full of energy. I'm just doing one more and then we're gonna wrap up. Okay. But there was a collective healing previously, so you can go back and watch that and hopefully it serves you. Okay. Okay. So much. Okay, and last but not least, Celia. My dear Celia. Let me just connect here. Okay, just breathing in deeply. Through the fuchsia, through the pink. Bring in this ray of pink light into your crown, through your whole body. I'm starting to clear from the divine feminine, from the left arm. Starting to release any pain, any reluctancy to receiving from God, from the universe, from the world. And starting to open up your field through the rose, through the energy of the rose. Starting to open up to receive from the divine goddesses, from the divine mother, from the divine father. Starting to clear wherever through the mind or through the inner child where there was any denial, any feelings of abandonment or rejection. Clearing all of these, it's like little scars of deception. Clearing this from both left and right side of the body through the divine feminine, divine masculine. Vamos a que sha alaita kwete saita midi muida midi shaisi shaisi, activating rainbow energy coming in through your crown to start illuminating, to start healing, coming in through the throat, the expression, into the heart, into the solar plexus, into the navel, into the womb, the spine, through the sacral, shantosa, nisi ikyasa, toni kyala, ite shasi yanai. You can see this beautiful rainbow light flowing through your body, through your field, and cleansing all of the, wherever there was any darkness, any pain, any fear, any doubt. Cleansing all these feelings of, especially of fear of abandonment. And starting to be rebirthed through the goddess energy, through the divine mother, being taken care of, being seen, being held, being nourished. And starting to see your divine feminine warrior side come up, your divine strength, your divine power, your divine authority, your divine love. And they're saying love moves mountains. Nyam Sashi. Opening your heart to love again. Clearing all of the fears. Just opening to receive love in all ways and shapes and forms that you can and may present to you for your highest good, for your highest potential at this time. And releasing and decoding any old fears and any old programs running that are no longer serving you. Shasam, Sosha, Sa'ai, Tisha, Sa'ai, Sa'ai, Sa'ai. Very good. Establishing divine love, divine power, divine order through your field, through your body, through your cosmic body. I am a woman. I am a divine woman. I am a woman. I am a divine woman. It is done. It is done. It is done. Grounding properly. And so it is. Okay, guys, so that was the last healing. I know it's a bit late. I hope everyone received everything that you were meant to receive. I send you a lot of love. I hope you have a wonderful night and a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you soon. Okay. Sending much, much love to everyone. Please take care. Stay safe. I'll see you soon.